the subtle energies. You said that we can use them using the wisdom of the divine spark.
We can cleanse them, we can erase them.
Cleanse them.
Okay, for example,
so they are negative.
They are negative, but positive or negative, but we want to cleanse the. There is, well, okay, I will tell you some things. Everything that is real inside you cannot be cleansed, cannot be changed. What your divinity cannot be modified. So when we are destroying and erasing everything, everything that is not real will erase. The reality will maintain and will expand. Okay.
Okay.
What is pre-verbal energies? For example, imagine that you are walking in your city, and then you are victim of a robbery. Here comes a man with a gun and hits you and take your money, and he goes. Okay. There are many things that these situations program you, and they are not words. They are some kind of rememberings, feelings, some things that cannot be said or cannot be described. It's all this energy. Just imagine, for example, in a past life, if someone of you have been tortured, or maybe you were locked in a cage for 20 years, there are many remembering and feelings that cannot be described but are already there. This is the kind of energies, okay? The problem with this energy is that even if you cannot describe them, they are inside the layers, and this energy will be creating the same situation in other lives, because everything that is inside your layers will be trying to survive for all eternity until you decide to cleanse. And you can cleanse it with meditation, with kriyas, with yoga, with prayers,
Psychotherapy.
with the skill, with many, okay, many of these concepts that we have used here in this conference are contained in the eductor programs. Okay, you can go to the past life programs. Okay, yes. Reprogramming, subconscious hypnosis, reprogramming karma. There are many buttons that you can use to help to cleanse all of this. Okay.
Okay. Some small again. You said about Kriya Yoga of Paramhansa Yogananda. Many yogis say that Yogananda said to his disciples after his death not to use the kriyas, and they turn people more to holotropic breathing, or holotropic breathing, or psychotherapy, or Kundalini yoga, or different methods, and to avoid kriya. Your opinion is that kriya is stronger?
The kriyas are you can write the church that is called the Church of All Religions is in Los Angeles, is in California, here very near Mexico, and they teach you the kriyas by mail. Okay,
yes, I know. I communicate with them.
Okay, so they teach you the kriya yoga, but personally, and you can go over there to retreat. They have many retreats all over the year,
yes.
And they teach you the kriya yoga. But what they tell is that it must be given to you from an authorized teacher, and they have very few authorized teachers. So they like you to learn, but directly, not by reading. And what they tell is, do not practice the kriyas just by reading or just by following videos in YouTube. There are many videos in YouTube where they
Yes, yes, I
teach
know.
the Kriya Yoga, but that's what they are saying, that this can be dangerous.
Okay, okay.
Okay, but there
Uh,
are many videos in YouTube of these
I know.
practices.
And the CQ energies, you told us that you tell us at the end. The CQ
The CQ energies is secret, okay, hidden, unknown, untold, is everything that is hidden. The
Okay,
CQ, okay, is everything that is hidden from your consciousness.
okay.
Mhm. That's it. It's everything that you cannot achieve, or you cannot see or take or cleanse. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Christina.
Um, a small question. Could you please repeat about the people that are suiciding? They are in lower levels people that want to destroy themselves,
Yes,
but
here.
something else always again as well. You said something else.
Yes, just look at this. Okay, we have like a duality, a polarity in our life. Okay, that is the power of our truth self, of our soul, and the power of all the layers, or the ego. All the layers together is the ego, the human ego, and we are playing all the time. Which power is greater in your life? Okay, when you have a lot of addictions, codependency, problems, sadness, when your life is controlled and dominated with all these obscure energies, with suffering, with sickness, cancer, and many these things, the power of the ego, or the power of the layers, is greater than the power, but it's because you decided to be less. You decided to control and suppress your real power. There are many reasons because that makes you suppress your power here in this picture. Okay, for example, sometimes you are married, husband and wife. And what happened with the woman? This is very common. If the husband is poor and he's weak and he's not very intelligent, but the woman is very powerful, very intelligent, and she could do a lot of things, she decides, this is very common, she decides to contract her power, because if she could take all the power out, the husband could be sad. And sometimes you suppress your power because you don't want other people to be scared or to be sad because you are more. There are many, and this happens not only in this lifetime, but in many places. Many of our superpowers are suppressed because we have fear of hurting others. This is a very profound part. So in these layers, the ego layers, in these parts, one of the main powers is death. Okay, your soul, the superpower, is life, creation, and happiness and love. And your polarity is death, destruction, addiction, lacking of everything, living in completely negative emotions here. So when people commit suicide, why? Is because the power of sadness, of losing all hope, wins. And sometimes there are chains of lives in which people suicide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lives again and again and again. And suicide is not only giving a shot in the head, Suicide is sometimes marrying with someone you don't love. Suicide is sometimes eating a lot and destroying your body because of overweight. And sometimes autoimmune diseases, as we saw in our first lessons, is suicide too. So when you see the tunnel of lives of many people, they are always committing suicide, uh, 10 lives, 20 lives somehow, because all the layers are stronger than the energy of your soul. Okay. In the other part, for example, we are studying, we are healing, we are praying, we are meditating, we are taking every day more and more and more power. So I could do a question right now. Which thoughts, which rememberings of the past are you using to suppress your power, to suppress your divine power? And another question, how many people are you protecting when you suppress your real power and your real superpower of creation, of create beautiful and great things? How many people are you protecting from they to fear you? If they saw that you were wonderful, you don't want to scare them. So you contract yourself and you want to be the same as them. And this, we do it every time with our children, with our partners in work and in life. So we must lose the fear of being the real power that we are. And we must be brave enough to take the real power of our soul in our life to create wonderful things. Okay, so let's begin here. Mm-hmm. Ah, what happened? Okay, now. First, remember, when we destroy and erase a program, it doesn't matter. We don't know, we don't need to know exactly what was the program. But when we erase something, okay, our soul automatically go and occupies and expand this space. And our soul, okay, will attract something interesting and something beautiful on the outside. We will create a different reality. So first subject here, incarnation agendas, okay? What was the objective and the agenda that you have to become a human being and to live in this reality? Why you decided to come here? What did you want? And how you decided, how was the way to come here? Every agenda, every objective, any thoughts, and any works that you created in your agendas to become a human being, can we renounce, denounce, destroy, erase, and uncreate for all eternity? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nice, short, boys and beyonds. All your rememberings, all the energies that are still in your layers, of these decisions, of these transitions in which you become a human being. All this energy that forms part of the layers, can we erase and not destroy and erase for all eternity? Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, another very interesting information here. Who were you before becoming a human being? Some of us were demons, extraterrestrial dark beings, okay? And some of us were gods in other dimensions. It doesn't matter. But the important thing now is, where are you wanting to go? So any memory, any history, any programs that you are still carrying inside yourself, because of all the beings you were before being a human, all the memories and all these energies, including the secret energies, can we destroy, erase for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine short boys and beyonds. All the guilt, all the judgments, all the hate, and all negative energy that is inside you, inside your layers, that you created before turning into a human being, all this energy that is very, very heavy. I'm feeling right now, very heavy. All this energy, can we erase, destroy, denounce, renounce for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine short boys and beyond. All the contracts that you have, all the works, all the missions that you accepted. What if you live in a demonic reign or dimension and you had a contract that you wanted to destroy people, or you wanted to create suffering in this dimension? Any contract, any promise, any vow, any oath that you made with any spirit, any species, any dimension, can we cancel it, renounce, denounce for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nines, shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay, any traumatic events that you have to happen or to create, any sacrifice or any suffering that you had in order to become a human being, and all the energy that is still inside your layers, can we erase, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine short boys and beyonds. Now, how many laws, how many point of view are you still carrying right now that were useful in other dimensions, and that you are wanting to repeat in this dimension, but they are not useful anymore? So all the programs, all the conclusions, and all the energies that you are wanting to repeat and that are coming from other dimensions and reality, can we erase, destroy, denounce, renounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine short boys and beyonds. Now, of these pre-human existences, how many worlds you destroyed, how many universe, how many species you destroyed, any karma, any memories that you are carrying of destroying activities of the being you were before turning into a human being, can we erase, destroy, uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nines, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And any other energy conclusion program or implant in which your being is still believing that you are not a human being. Any energy that you are using not to feel comfortable here in this reality, all this energy, can we erase, destroy, renounce, denounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine short boys and beyonds. We have tons of this energy. Every human being, we have tons of this pre-human existence energy. The Akashic recordings also consist of all of this energy. Okay, now, as an average, it's calculated that we, people that are living in this life, in this time, in the earth, we have lived between 700 to 1,000 lives or incarnations. Okay, you and I, we have been born 700 times. We have had 700 families in different cultures, and you have died as a minimum of 700 times too. How many lives in how many places around the earth as a human being? Just imagine all the energy that we create every lifetime. How many conclusions? How many things are we accepting? So, here, guilt. Let's destroy, let's work with the energy of guilt, of judging yourself. Any memory that you are carrying right now of any lifetime in which you killed someone, you torture someone, you betray, you take life, or you abused for someone, all the energy of abuse that you have made to other human beings or other species in this lifetime or any other lifetime dimension on reality, all this energy of guilt and all the point of views that help to maintain this energy, can we erase, destroy, denounce, renounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine short boys and beyonds. How many conclusions have you made in this reality, in this lifetime, or in any reality in which you have decided that you are a bad human being? How many times you have concluded that you are bad and that you can only suffer in this reality? Any of these thoughts, program, implants, or energy, can we erase, destroy, denounce, renounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Any guilt that you have had in this or any lifetime in which you were a bad father or a bad mother, a bad son, any judgments that you have made of the families, of all your marriages, any judgments toward yourself in relation of familiar energy? Can we erase, destroy, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nines, short, boys, and beyonds. And anywhere or any program are you using in which you believe that you have to pay in this lifetime? Any place you have decided that you deserve to suffer economically, emotionally, mentally, familiarly, it doesn't matter. Any place that you have decided, you must pay and you must suffer all this energy and everything that has created in your life. Can we erase, destroy, renounce, denounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nines, short, boys, and beyonds. Now, let's go with the energy of resentment, hating, and judging other people. How many judgments have you made for other people in this lifetime, beginning with your family, with your mother, your father, your grandparents, your brothers, your wife, or your ex-husband? How many people you have hated in this lifetime? Any of this energy that you are carrying still right now up to this day, can we renounce, denounce, destroy, erase, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine, short, boys, and beyond. Any person, any people, or any soul that you decided he or she or it was bad, and any place you have decided that someone needs to die or to suffer or to be punished for all eternity, all this energy on all the things that this energy has created in your life, all this hate, all this vengeance, can we destroy, erase, uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nines, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. Now let's go to self-definitions. In every lifetime, your family, your religion, your society tells you who you are. You listen, you take all the opinions, and then you do decisions of self-definitions. How many definitions of you have made that you have created fixed point of views that you are this way, you are this way, you are this or this, okay? How many definitions of you have made in all your lifetimes, in these lifetimes? How many beliefs you have about you? Anything you have defined that you are or that you are not, anything you believe that you are or that you cannot be, all the definitions that you have made, all the point of view of you, of yourself, of your life, can we destroy, renounce, denounce, erase, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POC, all nine, short, boys, and beyond. And we have a very interesting energy right now. If you don't have any definition, if you don't have any belief about you, then you can turn into anything. You can be anything that you want and that you decide. And here, I can make you a question. Who or what do you want to be? If you could be anything that you decide, if you could be any person or any kind of person, what would you elect? What would be your choice? Any energy, any program, any implant, or any point of view that doesn't let you be what you want, can we destroy, renounce, denounce, uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine, short, boys and beyonds. Now, let's go to the energy of possibility and impossibility. This is a very important energy that is hidden in your Akashic records. How many things you have defined, written, and believed that is possible for you in this reality? What is possible? Many people thinks and creates that all the bad things are possible. I can die, I can suffer, I can have addictions, I can be poor, I can have bad luck, many things. And many people has created that miracles are impossible, that miracles doesn't exist, that good luck, incredible good luck doesn't exist. So how many ugly things you have defined as a good possibility in your life? And how many miracles you have decided that they will never happen because they are impossible? Everything that you have defined that is possible in your life and anything that you believe that can happen to you in any part of your being, inside or outside, can we destroy, renounce, denounce, erase, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. And how many things you have decided that are impossible and that will never happen in your life? Many people decide that love will never happen, that happiness is impossible, that complete abundance, richness, okay, and prosperity is impossible. So anything that you have concluded and created that is impossible to you or to other people, all this energy, can we erase, destroy, renounce, denounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pun and poke, all nine short, boys and beyonds. Now, another very important thing here. What works have you given to yourself? What have you invented, concluded, that is your work in this lifetime? When you give yourself a mission or a work, this point of view doesn't let you decide different or better or things that can contribute more for you, more expensive realities. So everything that you have decided that is your work in this reality, anything that you decided you must and you have to do in this dimension for all eternity, can we renounce, denounce, erase, destroy, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poke, all nine short, boys and beyonds. This is very interesting, this question, because sometimes in many lifetimes, you make contracts with non-body beings, with non-physical beings, and you give them work. Okay, you give them missions. You are here to protect me. You are here to help me for all eternity. And this, when you make contracts and you give functions to these non-physical spirit, they stay with you for many, many, many lifetimes. Okay, this is a problem because sometimes you have 20, 30, 100 spirits living with you and eating with your energy. If you have any spirits with you, working with you, for you, and any spirits that you have given a work, any spirits that you are using as slaves, can we cancel all the contracts and can we let them go for that can we set them free so they can continue with their lives? Can we cancel all these works?
Yes.
Yes.
All that this is, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poke, all nines, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, here, very important things. Can you imagine in 700 lives, how many promises have you made to God, to church, to your bodies, to many people, to many universities and communities, to how many children have you have had, and how many promises you have made them? Mhm. This is very important to cleanse in every sphere, on every aspect of human life. There are many kind of promises, vows, commitment, bondings, contracts, and oaths that human souls made. Sex, money, health, suffering, emotions, okay, and many other aspects. So we will work with a few. Any promises, vows, commitment, bonding, contracts, and oaths that you have made to any soul, any human soul in this planet, that you will love this soul or this person for all eternity. All the people that you have promised that you will love eternally, all that this is, can we erase the nouns, uncreate and erase for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poke, all nine, short boys and beyonds. How many promises you have made that you will destroy somebody and that you will never let someone be happy? How many chains you have created with how many people that are always attached to your life? All the promises, vows, commitment, bonding, contracts, oaths that you have made to destroy or to make someone suffer for all eternity. In this lifetime, any lifetime dimension or reality, can we renounce, denounce, destroy, erase, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poke, all nines, short boys and beyonds. Now, the promises of always being with someone. When you love someone, for example, if you love your children right now, you can promise, I will always be with you. And these promises can be in function for many, many hundreds of lifetimes. Any promises, vows, commitment, bonding, contracts, and oaths you have made to any human in this earth, in this lifetime or any other lifetime, that makes you be with them forever, all these contracts, can we renounce, denounce, retract, erase, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine short boys and beyond. So now you are free, because all these commitments are slavery. You have slaves and you become slaves from other people because you think this is love, and this is not love. This is something that destroys freedom. Any other point of view or program or implant that you have in which you confound love with slavery and you think that is the same, can we erase, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine short boys and beyonds. All the promises, vows, commitment, bonding, contracts, and oaths that you have made in this or any lifetime for not enjoying your sexuality, any lifetime in which you promised that you will always love, hate sex, and any promises and vows that you made in which you will never enjoy sex without guilt, and any place you decided that sex and sexual activity is bad, is sinful, and you promise to hate this energy for all eternity. All of these promises, can we erase, destroy, renounce, denounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine short boys and beyonds. The money. How many people thinks and have point of view that money is bad? And how many monks make vows of poverty, of never having money? So all the promises, vows, commitment, bonding, contracts, and oaths that you have made in your relationship with money that make you slave, or that makes you hate money consciously or subconsciously. Any contracts that you have with money, any fears, any commitments with money, and anything that makes you slaves to money, can we erase, destroy, renounce, denounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine short boys and beyonds. Anywhere or any place in which you decided you always needed to be sick, any place where you accepted that disease is an absolute part of your body, any place, any commitment, any vows, any oath that you made, in which you told the universe and your being that you will always be sick, or you will always have a disease or a pain in your body, in which you are doing this a natural part of your state of being. Any place you believe pain, physical pain or emotional pain is normal, can we renounce, denounce, erase, destroy, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine short boys and beyond. Any place, any program in which you decided that happiness is impossible, and that you believe that you would never, never for all eternity be happy. Any promises, vows, commitments that you made to avoid happiness, and every energy that doesn't let you be completely happy. Can we destroy, erase, denounce, renounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine short boys and beyonds. God, the concept of God. In how many lifetimes you have decided that you needed to work to God always and to give him everything that you create? And in how many lives you decided you doesn't deserve to enjoy the fruit of your work and your life? Any lifetime, any program, any decision that you have made in which you are always working to give everything to God, can we renounce, denounce, destroy, erase, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nines, short boys and beyonds. Okay. There is a very important promise that some of us has made, that is the promises of eternal service and helping others. Because we made a judgment, we create the reality that the best we can do in this reality is serve others. Okay, when we create these programs, we have no other choice just to be working for others, committing sacrifice, and sometimes doesn't let us be very happy. So in every lifetime, or in this lifetime, that you promise that you will always work for other people, any lifetime in which you decided that your only work, are your only only thing, the only important thing in life is to serve and to give others, and all these structures that doesn't let you enjoy your body, your work, your family, your house, every promise of sacrifice that you have made, can we erase, renounce, denounce, destroy, uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine short boys and beyonds. Okay? Now, here come other energy, that is the inheritance of karma, of works, of point of view. How many beliefs and point of view you are using to create your life now that are inherited from your father, your mother, or your ancestors? All the point of view, all the promises about commitments, anything that you are carrying from your ancestral tree, any ancestral energy that doesn't let you be completely happy in this dimension. Can we renounce, denounce, destroy, erase, and uncreate all of this energy for all reality?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyond. Okay, here, human beings. But you have made contracts and promises with non-human beings, sometimes not very lovely and kindly non-human beings. So, any promise, any vows, commitments, bonding contracts, and oaths that you have made in this or any lifetime, dimension, and reality with any demon, with any dark energy, any promise of working for them, and any energy that maintain them staying with you. All this energy and all these decisions, can we destroy, erase, denounce, renounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay? For all these demons or all these beings, we can let them go right now. We clear all the bondings, all the chains, return them all from whence they came, never to return to you, your body, this reality ever again. Return them all from whence they came, never to return to you, your body, this reality ever again. Return them all from whence they came, never to return to you, your body, this reality ever again. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. And here we have other part. How many promises you have made to yourself that maintains your life always being the same. How many promises, vows, commitment, bonding, contracts, and oaths you have made to you or to the thing that you have created are you? How many things you have promises, I will never change. I will never be other way. I love so much this body or this being that I am that I will never change. All the promises about commitments that you have made with your body or with your ego that doesn't let you be happier, healthier, and more expansive kind of being, all of these can we erase, destroy, renounce, denounce, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right
Yes.
and wrong, good and bad, put and pack, all nine short boys and beyonds. Okay. We could be here 2 or 3 days, this creating everything, money, self-esteem, health, physical health, mental health, emotions, beliefs, God, and many, many, many things. I wanted to do this with you because I wanted you to see how we can erase everything. And this that we made right now is very, very powerful. If you do it 3 or 4 times more, and more important, you can do your own cleansings. Okay, I don't know you personally, and I don't know your life, but just look at your life and remember that your reality is a reflex of your karmic energy and your Akashic records. So just by seeing your reality, you can cleanse. For example, imagine I have a problem with money right now, okay? And I want to solve this problem, okay? If I have a problem with money right now, it means that I have decided and I have programs from this lifetime, from loyalty to my ancestor and from past life that are blocking money to come into my life. So what I do is I have a paper, a piece of paper, a pencil, okay, and I begin to write. Any lifetime in which I promises that I always be poor. Okay, I right and wrong, good and bad, but and poc. Okay, any lifetime in which I believe that misery is real and that misery and poverty was the only mode of being for me in this reality. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and poc, all nine share boys and beyonds. All the energy, conscious, subconscious, and hidden that is inside me in every layer of my being, that is blocking all the money to come into my life, I erase, destroy, renounce, denounce, uncreate for all eternity. Right and wrong, good and bad. Okay, you can do it for sex, for example. If you are not enjoying your sexual life, you can cleanse all this energy. Usually, for every subject I work in my life, I do about 60 to 100 these creations for every subject. Okay? Something very, very important. Your children, if you have children, okay? When they are less than 15-year-old, okay, their lives and their decisions are a reflex of your mind and your point of view. So if people sometimes want to modify their conduct by therapy or attacking them or modify them their conduct, children, pets like dogs and cats, okay, their health and their conduct is just a reflection of your programs. So if you want to improve their lives, you have to cleanse your own mind, all your beliefs, all your fixed point of views. Mm-hmm. Here we have all the subjects we can cleanse and modify, okay? I use, here we have an astral chart that I use as an astrologist to see in each soul what's the main problem. This is the natal chart of this day. This is today, okay? When I see the natal chart of someone, okay, this is a code in which I can see all the problems in which these people had in past life and why they are being incarnating in this specific family or country. We can discreate, erase, self-creation, self-definition, self-made work, money and values in life, relationship with brothers and friends, problems with communication. How many lifetimes you have decided you didn't like to talk and to communicate, and how many layers we create here not to communicate with others with love and effective. Okay, any decision, any bout, any commitment of silence that you have made in this or any lifetime, can we erase, destroy, and uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and
Yes.
wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nine short boys and beyond. Family, thousands and thousands of point of view. How many families you have had in 700 lives? How many memories and how many decisions you have made every time you get married in 700 lives? what are your beliefs about your family? It's easy to see. Just look at your life. Okay. Is it easy to have a family? Is difficult? Is possible? Or is impossible? The energy of impossibility. We can't destroy it. Emotions and rememberings. How many emotional patterns you have created in 700 lives? And how many emotions are hidden inside your subconscious mind? You have emotions from 2000 years still working inside you. All the phobias that people have, to heights, to the sea, phobias to mouses, to insects, to snakes, phobias to talk in public. All these phobias are decisions and emotions from other lifetimes point of view. You can cleanse here your relationship with your mother and father. Usually these relations are very karmic. How many lifetimes you have lived with your father, for example? How many lifetimes your father in this lifetime was your husband, or your child, your son, or your enemy, or your murderer, or your victim in other lifetime? You can uncreate all of these relationship on all the point of views that you have made to your mother, to your father. How many of your sons or daughters have been your worst enemies in past life? Or how many times you have killed them in other past life, and they are here just to close the circle and to make a circle of forgiveness. Okay. The energy of forgiveness. How many of you have created that is impossible to forgive 100%? How many of you have decided that you never forgive, and that is a specific part of you? Okay, that if you forgave, you could be another person, and you don't want to be another person. The ego, the masks, all the decisions about power. How many beliefs you have that you are not a very powerful creator? Or how many of you have decided that it is very difficult to create, to be creative in this world? How many of you have promised to your soul or to God never to create anything, or just create a little bit? Beliefs about your health here. How many people thinks it's very possible to get a disease, and it's very difficult to be healthy? And in these beliefs, which kind of reality are they creating? Okay. Your body. How many point of view you have created about being beautiful or ugly, and why you prefer to be beautiful or ugly, attractive or non-attractive to people? This is a decision that is sustained by thousands of point of views. Many people has decided not to be attractive for all eternity because they have fear of being that. Okay. Order and harmony. How many of you have decided that order in this lifetime is impossible or is mandatory, and that your happiness depends on the order or on disorder? Love. What is love? What did you decide that is love? Is this real love or is just an invention that you made here? Is this something possible in your life or is completely impossible for you to love you or somebody? What are your beliefs in society, about human beings? What do you think is possible treating and living with human beings, and what you have created is impossible? Marriage, how many point of views, how many memories of how many marriages in 700 lives? Sex, religion, how many commitment bonds and oaths, bondings you have made to how many religions? There are people that have lived maybe 100 lives being Catholic or Orthodox, and their soul believe that they are Catholic, even though this is just a description and this is just an election and a point of view. Sometimes it is not so contributive or expensive in your life. God. What is God for you? God is a creation or God created you? And what is the difference between the God you created and the God that really is? Okay? How can you connect with God if He is inside, is the center of your divine filament? Spirituality, what are your ideas? Your work. Here, this is very interesting. How many works you have hated and how many works you love, and how many point of view you have that the work you love cannot make you rich, or that it will be hard to live doing just the work you love. These are point of view that can be erased. Teaching, wisdom, and service, and Christic service, Christic conduct, saint conduct here. So these are like the parts of the Akashic recordings. These are departments or specific doors. In each part of these, we have thousands of beliefs that we have made in 1,000 or 700 lives. Now, imagine that you have a family and in your house there lives 4 or 5 people. Just imagine that each one of them has all these thousands of point of views and beliefs. And just imagine how is that 5 people with millions of point of view different, how can you get along and love people with completely different pasts and elections and powers? This is why relationship between human beings are very difficult sometimes. We are very complex beings. As a healers, we need to understand these and to learn to identify and search all of these energies, archetypes, beliefs in each of our patients. We need to learn, we need to learn how to make this diagnosis that is more difficult because of as a difference with normal diseases. It's more difficult to find this because we don't have laboratory exams. We must do it with our mind, with our energy, with our soul, with our hands. Okay. And these are the roots of sickness, of disease, of depression, and emotional problems completely. Okay. There are, every human being can be healed by healing all these energies. Barriers. Okay. Barriers are structures, energetical structures that we decide to create to maintain everything far away from us. These barriers, for example, when we form these barriers, in a lifetime, imagine you get married and your husband or your wife betrays you, goes, and then you decide that you will never permit that someone loved you, and you promise that you will never fall in love again. Then you create an energetical barrier. Sometimes imagine in a lifetime that a brother or a sister take all your money that you inherited, and that you define money as problematic, and then you create a barrier to the money because you make a belief that money is dangerous for you. Sex is dangerous, relationship and communication is dangerous. So you create a lot of barriers, and these barriers maintain money, people, success, and happiness away from you. Mhm. These barriers need to be erased. Locks, okay, all the things, and the shikyu. Shikyu here is secret, hidden, okay. Here is unknown, unseen, untold, and I don't remember the I and the C. I will let you know later. I will write it. But these are all the things that you promised that you would never find about you, all the hidden things here, and the programs of scripture, re-scripture. These are little virus inside your subconscious mind that are always writing the same programs and the same programs. For example, all the re-scripture programs that you are using right now to maintain and perpetuate your problems in life for all eternity. Can we destroy, erase, uncreate for all eternity?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, put and poke, all nines, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay. So I put this is like a enlightened being in meditation, in paradise, with no point of views, no judgment, no past, no future, and this being can be everything and can create everything because these are the Buddhas. The Buddhas is people without mind, without any layer. They are just the filament completely expanded with consciousness, okay? In contact with everything. So sometimes we will be sitting and laughing like that. Remember it, what happened in this lifetime with love, I think. Okay. Human suffering. How many people are suffering right now? We can see here these children sleeping in the street, maybe some refugees in Europe, people that comes from Afghanistan, Iran, and all these places. All our Akashic records, all the decision, all our point of view, plus all the loyalties to our family, plus everything that we have believed that is true, create our reality. And I want to finish this exposition with some words that are very important. Your point of views create your reality. Your beliefs create your reality. Any belief that you have created in this or any lifetime dimension and reality creates the 3D dimensional world that you are having in experience, in human experience. So let's see these people from their divinity, and let's try as healers to remember other people who they are. This is our work. This is the best healing we can do with people. Help them to remember you can create a different reality. You just have to remember and to erase everything you have created to suffer. This, what we are seeing here, is creation of them. They are not victims. They are creating this reality because they believed that this is what they needed to live, and somehow the layers are enjoying this reality. Okay, let's cleanse this reality for humanity. In other time, maybe in a few months that I will be there in your country, we can talk about how we can cleanse the programs of humanity from inside your body. We can cleanse many million people programs just by meditating. Okay.
Sorry, but Maria is out a few times. Please check if she's asking to come in. A few minutes, Maria is out. Check if she's asking you to come in.
Yes, no, she's not.
Out.
I'm seeing. Well, everything is recorded, so no problem. She can see it later, but she's not. She's not now here.
Okay.
And I don't have a request of reunion, but no problem.
She texted me that the internet of her house is down, so she's trying to fix it. So
okay, there's no problem because everything is recorded. It's just tomorrow she can listen everything, so there's no problem. Okay, so that's it for today.
Thank you very much, very, very, very much.
Very nice. Thank you.
Okay. As you can see, this is one of my favorite subjects. I love to talk about this, all these matters, and I'm very passionate about all of this. Okay, so I'm very happy to give this to you to share all these, and I'm sure. Your soul will begin to expand a lot, okay?
We are happy and pleasant too. Thank you very much.
So I will see you very soon in your country.
Yes, we know, and we are expecting you.
I will visit you and we will dance, okay, over there.
And as I said, it takes 2 more days to see the southern of our Iceland, Creta. It's incredible. Takes 2 days more from your program.
Of course, I'm planning to have a few days of relaxation and playing.
Yes, and it's for 2 days more.
No, maybe 5 days more, okay? Okay, my dear friends, so that is it for today. So thank you
very much.
And I will see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.